There we go. Okay, welcome. I'm with Brittany McGuire, and Brittany's a BA at VIDA. And you are based where, Brittany?
On Reuben Court.
Okay, so in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, which is right near our head office. And VIDA's been expanding more and more. So we've got some new properties kind of in New Brunswick and Winnipeg and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get in the habit of specifying where people are from now.
Good old Nova Scotia.
Yeah. So tell me about your family. You've got you were saying a few minutes before we started recording, you've got 2 kids. Can you give us their names and ages?
Yeah. I have a daughter named Summer. She's 8 years old, going on 18. If anybody has a daughter, at least that's 8 years old, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I have a son named Max. He is 5, and he is a lot of work sometimes, but he's a great kid. He was just recently diagnosed with ODD and ADD. So I'm just finding out a lot about that, and it's been really helpful with him and him at school. So and we have a 4-legged pup named Ace, and he's really great with the kids, and he likes greeting the new tenants at Reuben Court. He's always there saying hi to everybody on the street. So, and I have my husband, Brad. We've been together since we were 15. And he helps out with maintenance work and stuff like that at Reuben Court.
That is awesome. And so is Ace like a small dog, a big dog?
He is a very large 80-pound dog. He's part pit bull and part Dalmatian.
Wow. Yeah. I love that. One of my best friends has a Amstaff Shepherd Rottweiler mix.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And my dog's a Shepherd too. Shepherd and Husky. Oh, big guy.
I love Huskies. Sometimes I think Ace thinks he's a Husky the way he like howls and goes on and talks and stuff. But yeah.
I know how our 2 dogs are linked because my dog howls when 101 Dalmatians is on and the barking chain is going.
Yes. Yeah, Ace does the same thing when there's ever a dog on TV. We have to like turn it down and he'll start barking and running around the house.
That's funny. That's awesome. And so are you from Nova Scotia originally?
Yeah, actually born and raised in Nova Scotia. My grandparents have a house down in the South Shore, and then my other grandparents have a house down in Stewiacke. So I don't travel very far. It's pretty much as far as I've ever really gone, other than Moncton and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to see more of Canada, that's for sure, soon.
Yeah, for sure, but not yet. Right. Right now we're in the perfect spot.
Yes, the safest spot so far.
Yeah. So how long have you been a BA now at VIDA?
Roughly? It's actually going to be a year soon. I think I'm hitting my year start. I think I moved in the middle of April, and then I started my BA position, I think in May. So almost a year. Yeah.
Wow. So you started right in the middle of the pandemic.
Yes, actually. Yeah. It was an interesting move. That's for sure.
So did you move in and start as the BA kind of right away, or were you already living there and then you switched?
No, I actually moved to Reuben Court with the aspect of being a BA. So we packed up and left our old place and moved here, and it's been a great experience so far living on the street, getting to know some people. Just trying to build the community here around Reuben Court, because there wasn't much like morale with everybody. Not a lot of people knew who each other was on the street, but that has changed a lot, and people are getting out, communicating more, and the kids are always packed on the street. They shut our street down in the summertime. There's no way cars can drive by with the amount of kids that we have, which is really nice. And I love hearing it. And like, just,
Yeah.
it's
I find that that's kind of something special with Reuben, that there's everyone kind of has their own entrance and a little bit of kind of yard space and stuff like that, so it's very unique in compared to a lot of the other VIDA properties. But of course, you're kind of, one of your challenges, I imagine, as a BA is sort of building that community feel where
and just getting people to want to come out and do things and stuff like that. I do find it a little bit more challenging, but yeah, a lot of the tenants, like, they want their places to look great. They want their front yards to look great, and they're really willing to help. So it's nice to have
awesome. And then
tenants that are on.
Totally. And it's kind of contagious. Like when other people are taking care of things and like maybe gardening a little bit, it makes you want to too.
Yeah, definitely keeping up with the Joneses feeling around here when people start decorating and bringing out their plants and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, I have to have a garden. Next door has a garden. I have to have one too. So, and you do start noticing a trend once the summer months start hitting. That's for sure.
Awesome. So what skills that you have, do you feel like have served you the most as a building ambassador in that role?
I guess I've always been great with people. I've always been in like a customer service kind of role. I've been a server for, oh my God, 5 years now or more, since I had my daughter, actually. And then before that, I did customer service at like Canadian Tire and actually Zellers. So I started out young. They actually hired me on when I was just turning 15 because my grandmother worked there. So I've always like had that kind of experience. I've always been put in situations where I've had to like perform under pressure and be able to work with different kind of personalities and stuff like that. In grade 11, I went over to Nice, France, and had to do a case study on tourism in Halifax and how it benefits the economy. So I got to meet kids from all over around the world and get to experience what it was like to communicate with different people and learning how they work and how it can contribute to how we live. So yeah, I really enjoy meeting people and getting out there and helping people be better and do better.
That's awesome. And I feel like that's such a key kind of state of mind as a building ambassador, because you deal with people like at all sorts of times in their life, and like, you know, moving is very, very stressful, and you'll have experiences that are like very good, but you'll also kind of experience some of the tougher moments in tenants' lives and be the first call that they make, right? So it's really a great skill to have. And so I have some other kind of non-building ambassador questions about you.
Yeah, sure.
What is the best team you've ever worked on and why? The
best team I ever worked for. I would have to say like the best team I worked for is when I worked at Smitty's on Main Street. The owner there, she is absolutely amazing. And like, I guess the servers and the way we work together, we dealt with like, I know it's crazy to say, but people are crazy in the morning when it comes to their breakfast. And we get a huge rush, and sometimes it's lined up out the door. And being a server, you are dealt with like all kinds of things all at once. People's personalities, people's attitudes, sometimes like what customers can bring to the table and stuff like that. So it was really easy for me to, I guess, rile everybody together and, I don't know, get through the shift and get through the day and have customers happy. But also at Get Air, I'm the new assistant general manager there, and getting my team to appreciate their job and stuff like that. I find I'm really good at, and really good at getting them to, like, yeah, do
Awesome.
it. And yeah, I'm good.
Don't you find like even work that's hard is so much better when you have like a good team and people that you can talk about it with and that kind of thing and sort of like commiserate?
Yeah, because it's when you're the only person doing it, it doesn't work out. And I find I work better in a team situation too. Like I can do things independently, but I love getting a project together with somebody and completing it and
Mm.
seeing how that works. Like I really love that. It's a good work high, I guess.
Yeah. Um, I guess I'm back into the building ambassador stuff, but I'm curious, has there been any kind of community events yet since you started, or are there any? If not, are there any that kind of that you have on your mind that you feel like would be great in your area?
Um, I wanted to do like a block party because where we are like one street and we
Mhm.
own pretty much the whole route, the whole street.
Yeah.
It would be really easy to shut it down and have a block party and have other people, other ambassadors come, or other people, other tenants come from
Yeah.
other places.
Love
But
that.
it would be really nice to do that. But I didn't get much of a responses when I did like a barbecue and stuff like that. So I guess I'm just worried about getting the word out there
Mm.
and doing enough, I guess, advertisement to get people to want to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some, we've had like kind of the whole gamut, like some that had a very small amount of people that came and kind of enjoyed it. And then some that were actually pretty big with like lawn games and things like that. Yeah, so
Yeah, because it
I'm
would be
hopeful.
really easy to do that. Yeah.
Very easy to organize, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I've like reached out to like the community police officer and stuff like that that's across the street at the community center. And they said that they would love to come down, that they would bring the horses down over from Halifax and get them to walk down the street.
Ooh,
But it was just something that I would have to organize and contact them about.
yeah, that'd be cool. You could team up with another building ambassador, maybe if there's other buildings close by. Um,
Yeah.
what about, I guess, what are some of the other, like, what are some of the things that you reach out to other building ambassadors for that you're kind of grateful to have um, other peers that you can reach out to for advice on?
So I guess I reach out when I don't have the answers to something, or if I'm in a tough situation, or if like I feel like maybe I might be feeling a certain type of way because of my personal feelings. So
Mm.
I'll reach out to another ambassador to get like their point of view on it, like how they would feel or how they would handle it.
Yeah.
And I love getting that kind of feedback because I hate making a decision and then it being the wrong one or an uninformed decision. I always want to be like 100% informed when I do reach, like, make a decision or stand my ground or like anything like
Yeah.
that. So I used to reach out to Brittany a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've kind of put that on Nick's plate a little bit and Brenda. But I haven't really had too much of a communication with any of the other ambassadors. Me and Sean used to go back and forth all the time,
Yeah.
which was when he left was really surprising to me because he didn't even give me a heads up. I had no idea until the moving truck showed up, to be honest.
Oh,
So like that really sucked losing him because
yeah.
he taught me a lot too with just bleeding furnaces and certain like maintenance work and stuff. So that was really nice to have.
Yeah, for sure. And we're hoping in the next kind of few months to develop like a way stronger system for sharing information and basic kind of training and things like that. And there's going to be a couple new roles as well. And so I think you'll see like there'll be kind of an increased amount of support and ease to reach other BAs or reach somebody at the office if you need that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And I hope that it will make you feel even more supported in your role.
Yeah, because this is definitely all new to me.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that like you definitely have to self-teach yourself a little bit on certain situations, but it would be nice to have that one person that you can always call and be like, hey, how would you feel about this? And not feel like you're burdening them with other situations when they're busy with their own stuff too.
Totally. So. And I don't know if, are you familiar with like the decision-making process?
No.
Okay. So this is just kind of a simple system, 3 questions. When you're faced with a decision, you're not exactly sure what to do. Let's say you can't reach somebody if we're looking for direct support, but it's, is it the right thing for the community, like VIDA tenants as a whole?
Yeah.
Is it the right thing for the company, for VIDA? And is it kind of in line with our purpose? And then just, are you willing to be accountable? Like say you made that decision. Do you feel like you could say, yes, this is why it made sense for this and this reason, you know? So that's kind of the decision-making process. It's meant to help be able to make decisions on the fly. But then of course, you always have the support of other building ambassadors. And then this new role as well, which will be a support to connect you guys with the kind of the expert of whatever the thing is, and or to content specific to whatever the challenge is too.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. And I had that impression from you, kind of like you described, from just from like talking to the rest of the team. They were always going on about Brittany McGuire at Reuben, like this godsend, and she just dove right in and totally awesome rave reviews. So I'm really glad that we got a chance to chat today.
Good. Yeah, me too. Cause just hearing that makes me feel better. Cause there has been times where I'm like, ooh, like, should I have done that? Am I crossing the line a little bit? But yeah, that's good to hear. So
you can always go back to those 3 questions if you're ever doubting yourself and Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you for taking the time.
All right. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.